So we just heard how restaurant food is impacting the obesity epidemic. And now it is time to welcome, you could call him the knight in shining armor. He is the founder of the delicious plant-based restaurant in the Virginia Beach and Washington, D.C. area, Mr. Gregg Rozeboom, founder of Fruitive. Welcome back to the exam room, my friend.
Thank you for having me back.
It's so good to see you here. And it's you were really the perfect person to talk to for this. You were the only person I thought of to follow up on that interview that I just had with Dr. Rahman and Matthew Reese. As a restaurateur, you are offering really something that is so counter 180 degrees to like 99% of the restaurants out there. What is the appetite right now from your customers for healthier plant-based options?
Yeah, that's thanks for the opportunity to talk about what we've been able to do with Fruitive. When we first opened our first location in Virginia Beach, Virginia, there was literally around 4,000 restaurants in the entire area, and we were the very first and only fully plant-based restaurant. And so you're right, like there's just a dearth of really good, healthy food out there. And that's really why we started. My parents were traveling around the country, and I remember them calling me one night and saying, "Hey, Greg, can you look on the internet to see if you could help us find, a restaurant to eat in the city we're traveling through?" And I remember getting online and looking and why are there not healthy options out there? That you try to use organic ingredients, plant-based, that really are serving the type of food we would want to serve to our own family members. And so that's where the idea really came from, all the way back in 2011. And I just was struck with this idea. Many of us, we try to eat healthy at home, and we go out and there's not the options out there. And so what we've really seen as we've grown our brand into the Washington, D.C. area is we've really seen that we attract those people that do choose to eat healthy and at home, and they really fall in love with our brand, and that we really are trying to take care of them in the same way that we want to take care of our own parents, our own children, our own family members.
And look, I am not paid by Fruitive whatsoever. So I will say for free over and over again that I have fallen in love with your brand. There is nothing out there that tops your cacao pal. So help me God, Greg. Every time I walk by Fruitive, I have to stop in and get the cacao pal. It is just knock your socks off kind of good. I got to ask you though. So you were talking about this dearth of restaurants out there with the healthier options. And I think that people would look at that one of two ways. They could say, well, yeah, I mean, that's a heck of an opportunity. The market is wide open right there. Or you could look at it with a more pessimistic lens and say, well, there's a reason why there aren't those healthier options out there, because frankly, people aren't that interested in it. So how did you weigh that? I mean, that had to have entered your mind a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. And when we opened, we were really not sure how well received we would be. And to be really honest, we were scared on our first day that we didn't want too many people to come, because we were like, okay, let's kind of just open the doors, and hopefully not too many people come, and we'll get used to serving our first customers. And what we saw was just, beyond what we thought. We had so many people just coming in. And then day two, we had planned on opening the store or the restaurant. And 20 minutes before we opened, we had a crowd of people outside just waiting to get in the door. And it's just been phenomenal to see people respond and say, yes, this is what we want. This is what we need. You just look at, so many people are going into the grocery stores. They're choosing, not everybody, but they're choosing enough organic ingredients that, the stores are selling. They sell what people buy. And so they're going in, they're buying their veggies, they're buying they're choosing organic ingredients at least a certain percentage of the time. But when they go to restaurants, what options do they have? And so we really have just seen that there's a niche market and a need out there for people that are looking for that healthy plant-based food.
Well, let's ask the most important and certainly most fun question. How did you come up with an initial menu, man? That must have been a heck of a fun process.
It was loads of fun. It was just one of the most exciting adventures of my life. What we did is we said, let's go all over the country. Let's go to New York City. Let's go to Los Angeles. Let's go to all the major cities up to Seattle and Austin and Denver and Miami. And we just traveled to all the major cities. And I went to every single restaurant I could find that either had some healthier ingredients or that was saying they were organic, or that I went to every smoothie bar, every acai bowl place, every juice bar, every vegan restaurant. And I just went and we learned about what was out there. And then we pulled different ideas from all the different concepts, and we really created something that was unique and that stood alone. And so that was the fun part. I really wanted to have something where my children, my parents, my family, my friends, my community could go any time of the day, whether it's morning, lunchtime, or dinner time. They could go in and they could find something that was going to be healthy, but also kind of met their appetite needs. And so yeah, that was, I'm glad you asked that question. That was a fun part of the process of building the concept, is just traveling around and seeing what was out there.
Yeah, I would think that all of the work that went into that, just that process alone would totally make everything worth it. I mean, just unbelievable how much fun that must have been. What is the best seller on Fruitive's menu? Obviously, I'm partial to the cacao pal, but like,
Yeah.
what is the number one item on your menu right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's hands down, it's our avocado toast.
Oh,
People
wow.
people just love their avocado toast. So yeah, that's our menu item. Actually, we made a big change a couple years ago. We used to have a little oil on the spread inside the avocado toast, but after I read some books from Dr. Bernard and some from Dr. Greger, I just realized, I don't know that the oil is really the best thing for us to use. So we just took that right off the menu. We make pizza now, which is popular, and pizza doesn't have any oil on it. It's not greasy at all. It's just, we really try to make our products to be the highest standard that we can make it while still making it taste good.
I would imagine that the pizza is also going to be quite popular right behind that avocado toast. I didn't realize until relatively recently that pizza is the most consumed food in America. I think that the average person will eat something like 6,000 slices of it
Wow.
during their lifetime.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun to have pizza on the menu, and it's just neat to see people when they come in and have it for the first time, and then they start coming in, and every time after that, that's again, they just have to have the pizza. So it's nice because it makes you feel good. And I've had so many pizza slices in my life where I don't feel good afterwards. And so it's nice to have some pizza where I really feel like, man, I just got something that made me go get ready to go and take on the day here.
Oh
So
yeah. Great. I don't think that there's a person listening right now who hasn't had that same pizza experience as you when you eat it and then you're like, uh-oh, like 20 minutes later, you're just, ugh, you know?
yeah,
But not with the fruitive pizza, not with the healthier
no.
plant-based option. Let me pivot here and ask you about how things have been for Fruitive during the pandemic. Obviously, that has thrown a major wrench into the entire restaurant industry. You guys already niche. How have things been for you over the past year and a half?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that. To be honest, it's because we have different locations. Some of our locations have done better than others. Our Virginia Beach location is located kind of in an area where it's near where there's a Whole Foods and there's a Trader Joe's. And so even through the pandemic, while people have always still had to get their groceries, and so because we're located in that kind of shopping center where there's grocery stores around us, we were able to stay fairly busy there, even throughout the pandemic. Of course, we had to shut down along with everyone else, and it was a trial. But really, where we've really hurt more was in our downtown locations, where there's not as many people coming to the offices. Some, especially in Washington D.C., many of the offices still haven't opened up and required their employees to come back to the office, and so that's really hurting us in our downtown locations. So we anybody who's in the Metro DC area who comes into the city, we'd love to see you either at our DuPont Circle location or our city center location. But yeah, it's still impacting us, but we've been making it through.
Yeah, you guys have been utilizing delivery services as well, using that kind of as a lifeline in those locations like the downtown stores, where there aren't so many apartments around it as there are office buildings, right? Has that helped you guys out?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the delivery services. We as soon as the pandemic hit, we just signed up for all of them, everything that was available. We said, all right, let's deliver to whoever wants the healthy food to get into their home. So, yeah, you're right. That's been a great lifeline for us.
And do you think that because the pandemic has kind of brought health into the forefront for virtually everyone, do you think that you're seeing even more conscious consumers at Fruitive right now?
We have gained some new regulars, I would say, some new people that are saying, hey, I need to eat healthier, and that's going to help me live healthier in my family. At the same time, it's been shocking to me to see people turn to their comfort food. You've seen sales at some of these fast food places. You've just seen them skyrocket through the pandemic, and I think what that is people are going through difficult times, and they're overwhelmed, they're stressed, and they turn to what's comfortable. And we really have to get people's to say, hey, like, the best way out of this is really to focus on your health.
Let's talk about the future of healthy restaurants here. Every time I see a report about anything related to the plant based or vegan industries, it's positive. The market trends on that are all positive. So, how bullish are you on the future of healthy eating in terms of restaurants?
That's a great question. There's just no doubt in my mind. You consider, we've been talking about health, but I'm really big on our environment, and the impact of the meat industry, the negative impact on our environment. Really, there's nothing better that we can do for our environment than eating plant-based food. No question.
No doubt
And
about it.
so we really, as a world, we have to come together and consider how we're producing our food and what's going to keep us, creating a better world for our children and our grandchildren. And the way we're going to do that is by encouraging people to eat their plant-based foods. And so I have no doubt in my mind that the future is plant-based.
Have you ever sat back and just kind of arms behind the head and thought to yourself, like, calculated how much you're reducing your carbon footprint, like how the Fruitive carbon footprint compares to McDonald's?
Yeah, it's shocking. It's just really is shocking. When you start to look at the impact on the environment that you can have, positive impact that you can have simply by changing your diet. It's just phenomenal. And so there really is nothing that compares to eating plant-based when it comes to protecting our environment.
Well, let's end with this. We see the positives there with the health, the environment, animal welfare. We haven't even touched on that just yet, but all upside to that. Plus, the market trends are looking upward. And Fruitive, you want to spread that far and wide. There are franchise opportunities available, aren't there?
Yeah. Well, just come to our website, fruitive.com. If you're interested in franchising, just please get in touch with us. We it's really crazy because we launched franchising literally in February 2020. And so we had our first big discovery day, and it was so exciting. We had people come in, we signed our first franchisee up, and then boom, we had to shut down due to COVID. And so that's been, to be honest, it's been, we had to just hunker down and say, we're going to make it through this difficult time, but we're going to have to hunker down and focus on just focused on our brand and making sure we get through this safely. And so we're still excited about talking to people about franchising as we start looking at coming out of the pandemic and continuing to grow.
I can't let you off the hook. My wife just slid me a note. She's like, ask him to talk a little bit more about the pizza. What is on the pizza? Walk us through the entire pizza process. Apparently, I know what's for dinner tonight now.
Yeah. So, my wife, she makes pizza for our family, plant-based. Of course, we have a plant-based home. I have, I have 5 children, ages 8 to 18. And we're all plant-based. We're a plant-based family, and we love our food. We love having people over to our house and feeding. Last night we had the most incredible chili. Friday night is our pizza night. and it's like the best night of the week. It's just amazing. And so at Fruitive, our mindset is we treat people the way we want our family treated. And so when it comes to our pizza, you can't even describe it with words. You need to actually come in and taste it. It's just out of this world.
You know it's good when it's indescribable. Like if you need to create a word to talk about how good something is, like it's just there are no words. Just try it. That's what the man is saying. Just try the pizza for goodness sake. By the way, you said chili. The chili at Fruitive also out of this world good. I mean, just amazing. You and I have sat down and had a couple of bowls of that ourselves. So good. So good. Well, Gregg, I do appreciate your time very much today, my friend, and I wish you nothing but success into the future.
Thank you. It was really good to see you again, Chuck, and I look forward to meeting up at Fruitive one of these days.
It's going to happen. Yeah.
We'll have that cacao pow.
Deal. Pizza, cacao pow. You got a date, my man.
Sounds good.
If your health IQ is a couple of points higher than it was a few minutes ago, go ahead and like this video or subscribe to the YouTube channel. And to take it even higher, head over to Apple Podcast or wherever you get your favorite shows. Look for The Exam Room by the Physicians Committee. Hit the subscribe button there as well and help to make your world a healthier place.